All right, so we have Brahim here on the call, and hey, happy Sunday and welcome here, man.
Vice versa. Happy Sunday to you, Dave.
Yeah, Brahim, man, it's been an honor to to work with you, and it's been amazing to see how much you've been able to grow, and you're such a great student in the game. You learn so fast, and I think part of that is I would say you're just the dedication, the commitment that you have, so I'm kind of curious, like, how did you first find out about prosperity?
Through my best friend, Dev.
Mm.
She had been following you, or I think for a while, and she had been telling me I need to trade for years, really, because she was like,
Wow.
"That's just the way your brain thinks."
Wow.
She's like, everyone who you admire that they're in investors and all this stuff. She's like, but then I was an artist, or I still am, I guess, but started off as a musician for the first 25, 30 years of my life. Um, and so really I from her, and I trusted her opinion because
Wow.
she's one of the best filters I have in my life. I don't trust too many people. I don't really
Yeah.
trust them in general. Um, which is another reason why it's always interests me so much, because I don't work well. I mean, I'm cordial with people, but I don't necessarily work well in I don't listen well. And
Yeah.
I'm learning that. Um, so I knew that this is something that I've always wanted to do. And I had read books, I'd done all the things, or at least all the books and people, YouTube
Mm.
videos, all that stuff that you've talked about.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when she was like, I was like, okay. And so I think I first got the minimal beginner package with just myself on your website, just your
Mm.
videos or whatever I forgot the names of everything. I apologize.
That's all
Uh,
right.
the silver or whatever,
Mm.
bronze. And I was like, okay, okay. And then I was just looking for like, oh, where's the lie? Where's the scam? That's just naturally who I am. I don't want to bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, everything he's saying makes sense. So,
Mm.
um, and on top of the fact that you had started so young. So that to me is
Mm.
like, okay, so he's been on this mission for a minute.
Yeah.
So it's hard not to respect.
Not like one of those guys that you see nowadays on TikTok. It's like, hey, I'm a multi-millionaire trader. I've been trading for 2 years.
Yeah, or just like really, yeah, with so many different things.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are you doing?
Hmm.
Uh, you're taking steroids and teaching everyone how to just work out and be natural. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I hear you.
um, anyways, so I was obviously trading, fake trading. I forgot what it's called. Paper
Uh,
trading. Paper
Simulation. Yeah.
trading. Yeah. And then I did that for about 3 months, but I was still like in on I was still on the Discord at that point.
Yeah.
And, and Deb was like, let's pull the trigger, just work with him. And I
Mm.
was like, you know what? And I'd already heard you. So I'd already listened to you like morning after morning, because I've never missed a day since. I don't think once. Um, and I was like, okay, you're just personable. Uh, and I like the non-sugarcoating, no fluff.
Mm. I
And
appreciate that.
it's simple and straightforward enough where it's like the mistakes even when when I journal and I see those mistakes are my mistakes,
Mm. Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some trades. Okay, not every trade is going to be perfect, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Of course.
But if you're hitting, at least visually, it feels like a 85% plus like hit rate,
Yeah.
at least once they get triggered. Um, I mean, if you can't figure it out, the math with yourself, that's on you, you know.
Yeah.
Um, really cutting losses is probably the biggest thing for me,
Hmm.
and scaling out. And I've
Yeah.
gotten better on both of those things, hands down.
Wow. Wow. So you're
Uh,
saying that the biggest problem before joining Prosperity was sort of the risk management, like not being able to cut your losses, or what would you
well,
say?
I would say the biggest one was not even knowing where to start, because there's so many conflicting things,
Mm.
you know? So I would say once I was just like, once I got introduced to you, outside of the book that you had recommended, I can't think of the author's name right now.
Mm.
I read it. probably twice, at least in the beginning, or at least listen to it. Um, the mental model of trading or something like that.
Hmm.
Uh, anyways, it just made me. I don't know what you want to edit in here or not. I don't know how you're
It's all
gonna
good.
do it,
Yeah.
but like it. I tuned out the Ross Camerons and the other stuff because I was just like, I don't want to. You know,
Mhm.
I was watching YouTube videos just to learn chart patterns and all this stuff, and I was just like, you know what, it's just too much for me. Let
Mhm.
me just focus on so really you kind of gave me just a strategy, really.
Yeah.
Not just that, obviously, but I'm saying
Mhm.
that was definitely the initial biggest thing because it's like if I don't even know where to start, then I don't even see where my issues are gonna be at,
Yeah.
you know.
Wow. Wow. So then,
Uh,
in what respect has prosperity helped you solve the problem?
um, it's an ability to look at myself because I
Mhm.
feel confident in enough in the system and in you, um, that like I don't think it's not a system for anyone that just wants to be spoon fed,
Yeah.
but you do hold hands to a degree, you know. Um, but it's like it is for people that I think are serious that want to take it to the extreme, or for anyone that just does want to do the one trade
Mm.
a day.
Yeah.
I do think that is. I don't think it has to be for just people that are serious because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, at
Yeah.
least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Foreseeable future, I can't see anything else
That's awesome.
after it. So, but I also think the people that just it's like, oh, what are you doing lottery tickets or all these other things that people just do or waste your time gaming for hours and hours. It's like,
You know.
dude, do this for like 1 hour. You can
Hmm.
literally do it for 1 hour,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Um, in the beginning, I was probably doing 6 hours, 8 hours, just going through all the day,
Yeah.
just holding on to bags basically. But or even just watching it for that long, not even necessarily in trading. And I don't know if I'm answering questions. I'm just kind of babbling, but these are all the things that are coming to my head.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
That's
What was
awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I mean, I'm just curious of if you don't mind sharing a little
good,
bit
good.
of your background, like, because
Okay.
you sound like you did a lot in the past and to where you're at now. You mind sharing a little bit of your background story?
Yes. I mean, I've been an artist and I've got to travel the world doing that. I've worked inside prisons and worked inside high schools, anti-bullying campaigns, like from Samoa to Europe to Chicago to what have you, all over
Wow.
the you know world, I guess. And and I've also worked in television. I worked in TV for about 10 years,
Wow.
doing reality shows, doing sound, production assistance, doing music supervision, did music for commercials, um, did music engineering for a bunch of, I've done a bunch of different things. I was in transportation for about seven,
Wow.
8 years in Arizona, where I was a chauffeur for the owner of the Suns and the Diamondbacks that kind of
Wow.
mentored me. So I
Mm.
had like kind of three billionaires, or at least they're combined, they're multi-billionaires,
Yeah.
uh, kind of mentor me at a very young age. And they were like, "What college did you go to?" I was like, "I didn't even graduate. I mean, I
Mm.
only graduated high school because I got kicked out of like three high schools. Like I was
Yeah.
just, I had no schooling
Wow.
whatsoever.
Wow.
Um, I don't really care if this information is out there because, whatever you want to edit or
Hmm.
put in, you can. I don't mind. Because my younger life, I just really sold drugs for a good port, good from early teens to my early 20s,
Mm.
to almost mid 20s.
Mm.
Um, and just kind of I didn't really expect to live very long, really. So I was just kind of
Wow.
thought 30 was the end of life. So I had
Mm.
no plans for the future. None whatsoever. I was just like, whatever. I didn't save money for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have any of that mentality.
Mm.
And I was sober. So that was just like my thought sober.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, how it got,
But that's
yeah,
so crazy how, you went to
that's
get
my
to
point.
experience so many different things in life to now. here you are in trading,
Yeah.
I think life is so amazing with so many uncertainties, yet, you kind of, go through that journey and you find something new and life doesn't have to be so, linear, it's just there's
Yeah,
always
no.
ups and downs and same thing in trading, you have your ups and downs, you have your piano going up and down. So in respect, going back to trading, I mean, what are some successes you've had? Can you share any wins or some
I mean, I've
results?
had multiple days. I haven't quite hit 2000 yet.
Hmm.
That seems to be whatever some weird upper limiter. But I've had multiple over 1500 to
Oh.
$1900 days now. I've had bigger losses, but lot fewer now
Hmm.
than the beginning, for sure. Um, uh, I wouldn't even say just percentage wise. I've learned how to scale out a trade so much where I'm like, yo, I got this at $4 or 450 and it's scaled all the way to $70. I mean, that doesn't always
Yeah.
happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But uh and I was only in a few trades at that point, you know. I'd say I had
Yeah.
almost scaled out like, 90% of my trades at like $8, $9.
Yeah. Right.
But you probably remember what day that is. I don't know if you remember what day that was, but that was
Hmm.
like when I was coming back. Anyways, uh, having multiple, not necessarily that extreme. That was the
Yeah.
most extreme, but I'm like, yo, I can still be in these trades and just not fully in there. But I really it makes a big difference. Like,
Yeah.
getting your positions out. It's like
Yeah.
huge. In
Yeah.
my mind, it didn't seem like I was just like, oh, if I just sell out like 500 here, how big of a difference, But
Yeah.
when you actually do
Yeah.
it, execute it,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I mean, I
this
think
is
for
where,
anyone that, yeah, no, for anyone that might be watching this, like, it's not like you would say you're going in like hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to make like $1,000 in a day or whatever, right? Like, how would you be able to sort of describe in terms of percentage, I guess?
um, I mean, I'm happy if my account is 2% for the day, which is insane.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
uh, trades wise, I haven't necessarily done all or whatever, examined the percentages as
Mm,
precisely as
mm.
I probably should have. I've actually made my journal more complete now, and it's a little easier to read. But yeah, I guess I haven't necessarily thought about it in
Yeah, yeah,
percent.
yeah, yeah.
I've gotten better at the ratios. I'm like,
Right.
okay, nothing is below one.
Right. But it's not like you would say you're going in a crazy amount of money, right?
No,
You're
no,
risking
no, because
pretty
even
small
just with a
amount.
few thousand, I made a few
Mm.
hundred.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
So you're like maybe like 5, 10, 20% in a day, potentially more.
yes,
Yeah. I mean,
yes,
you were talking
yeah,
about how you were able to cash the position sizing, you're letting it go as the stock price went from $3 to like $70 or, I mean, we
yeah.
see these stocks that we trade every day that, runs over 100%, 200%, 300%. It's not like, wow, like I've never seen this happen. We're seeing this stuff
I mean,
almost.
at least once a week.
Yeah,
If,
very minimum. Yeah, yeah,
I'm not always in on them, but I'm like,
yeah,
okay, it happens.
yeah, yeah.
It,
Um,
yeah.
what do you like about the most on the prosperity profit system?
Um, what specifically is that? So,
Yeah, like the system itself that you learn from, prosperity. What do you like most about the prosperity system? That's just in general. Like, what did you like about the program, teaching?
uh, well, I guess something not whatever, not in theory, but I
Mhm.
really enjoy the Hikanashi candles. Because like
Yeah,
even when I try to go back and look at the other candles, I'm like, yo, this looks like crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think that is way underrated.
Mm, yeah,
At least from what I've seen other places that I've kind of ignored now at this point. I am in the Kane cult.
yeah.
um, but I it's simple, straightforward. I don't know how else to describe it.
Mm,
'Cause to me, it's just like breakout resistance. Okay, when this happens,
yeah.
then you know then you kind of know, then you know what to do or not
Right.
to do. Um, and it's easy enough to be like, okay, well, I see what I did wrong there.
Mm.
It's easy to read that way too.
Mm.
So it's
So
like,
it's
okay,
like simplified to where anyone that learns the system can truly understand, like, okay, it's not that complicated. I see what he's saying. I see the system, like it's step by step. Like it makes you understand that, correct?
correct,
Mm.
100%. Um, even with AI and people pumping and dumping, it's just like, but the that still exists.
Mm.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
those breakout, that's what they're using, or some version of that too, as well. It's
Yeah.
like, um, and then obviously noticing when it's extended, and not getting into the FOMO,
Mm.
because yeah, then that doesn't happen for me as much as it did in the beginning. I
Mm.
know one of the things I'm still doing for me, like whatever, one of my negative things is like I will get in a lot of the 500 EMAs, even just like a little bit, but then I won't pay attention to them. And I was getting into too many trades. And I was just
Right.
like, okay, well, now it might not seem like I'm losing. Oh, it's just losing a little bit. But it's like, yo, I made $200 on this thing, but then I just lost 30 here, 40 here, 50 here. And I'm like, yeah, that's unnecessary,
Yeah.
little stuff like
Mm.
that. So, um, but now I'm saying now I get to see it. And I
Yeah.
think the system is simple enough that it's easy enough to reflect on. You don't need to
Yeah.
be a mathematician.
Right.
I'm not the
Yeah.
smartest guy on the planet. Like I
Yeah.
know what I am good at.
Yeah, right. Like I think like the system sort of like for example, like in the morning, the first 30 minutes, like I talk about, hey, anything that's on the watch list, look for the tier three system bounce. Like does that make sense to you? Like it makes sense to where anyone that finds that tier three system at market opening and going for the bounce or and I think everyone has their it's enough to where it will fit into their personality and style. Like you like the breakouts, I think you can go for under waiting for the confirmation. Some people more are like, I want to wait for that tier three system pullback.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about.
Well, because it feels safer.
Mm,
That's what it is.
mm,
It feels safer. Um, I don't know if it is, but I may probably is. It
mm.
probably is low risk because it tends not to just go nuts after that.
Yeah.
But you still need to have your stops on those
Yeah, of course. Would you,
specific.
so then
Uh,
with all that being said, like, would you recommend this anyone to, and would you recommend Prosperity to anybody?
Anybody that would
Yeah.
want to trade.
Wow.
Really, I mean, I I even put here because it was like, uh, I was like, I already tell everybody that ask me what I'm doing.
Mm,
I say I'm trading, but I always say with you, and
mm.
I always say my little, not I'm like, my best friend got me, whatever, introduced me to David King, and I was just like, and
Yeah.
I haven't gone back since. So
Yeah. Wow. Shout out to Dev for
yeah,
introducing
yeah.
us to the Prosperity. Yeah. Who do you think would benefit most from prosperity?
Anyone that's willing to take it serious.
Anyone? Anyone? Wow.
Anyone that's willing to take it seriously, whether they want to make the one solid trade or build beyond that, really.
Yeah.
Not again, not for people that looking to be spoon fed. It's not that. It's not
You
uh
have to be willing to learn at least, right? To learn.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. You're not gonna be spoon fed, but if you want to learn how to fish,
Yes.
I would consider you a master fisherman. I'd be like, okay,
Thank you.
then that's someone I'd want to sit on the dock with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Pay
Yeah.
attention to and
I
soak
just
in the game.
love your growth, man. Yeah, I just love how improved and your trajectory is like a little bit of this beautiful and it's not supposed to be just up, 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 right? Like it's
Yeah,
up, down. But then as long as it's making the higher low, you're constantly building that base, that support, the lower, the higher lows kind of like in a chart, right? Like it's not
yeah.
just supposed to be a rocket just going nonstop up. You're gonna have some setbacks, but those setbacks are setups for the next level, right? So
Well, even just that day that I was talking about, I was just like, obviously, I had played the position perfectly. I
yeah,
scaled out perfectly, and it went to 70. And I was just like, not to be like, oh, well, what if? But I was literally 20 minutes away from $38,000. Like if I
Mm.
just held my share, you know what I'm saying? Like not being like, oh, I have to do that, but I'm just like, yo, okay, seeing that that was like there and I was in it before it even got took off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
it when I'm like, oh, I've been this low.
Good.
It does something to your brain. But I've also just gotten so much calmer trading. My
Mm.
excitement levels are not are tampered or tempered, and losses that they don't affect me in the same way. I'm
Mm.
not saying they don't
Mm.
affect me, and I'm just like numb, not at all, because they it doesn't feel good. I wouldn't choose it, but I'm like, okay, I see it,
Mm.
part of the game.
Wow.
It
Wow.
doesn't feel like, oh, I can't do this. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm never gonna be able to bounce back from that. Because
Yeah.
I did all those things and I just have that a lot less. And it's
Wow.
like, and it's been, I mean, I basically started at the end of December. It's been less than a year,
Wow.
you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
I've put in my 2,500, 3,000 hours around that, including the 3 months before that of just focus on this. I was like, uh, I'm not giving it less than 10,000 before I even consider anything else.
Yeah. So
So,
you would say that the investment to be part of the program was worth it.
yeah, I mean, I don't see, even if I blow up my account to 2 million, 3 million, I don't see a
Mm.
point of me like diverging off,
Mm.
unless I just wanted a couple days of just silence and not hear you or something. But I
Right,
don't
right.
see that like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like your vibe too. I mean, because I do think a lot of it evolves around you. So, what I'm
Mm.
saying. I think your system is also amazing, but
Yeah.
I think you are a good or great teacher of your system.
Wow.
Like your
Thank you so
system
much.
is solid, but I feel like you're a good one to navigate someone to it or
Wow.
through it.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate that, Brahim. And I really appreciate you taking the time to be on this call with me and just sharing your experience and your journey and just everything. So really appreciate your time, man.
It's mutual. I appreciate you 5 days out of the week, man, and I always wish you a good weekend. So,
I mean, you as well, man. I really appreciate you, and you've just been such a great a student of the game, and I just, I'm very confident that you're going to be seeing more success as we go. So
I appreciate that, and we'll have a meeting sooner than later, man.
yes,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
Likewise, my man.